children, hope you're all okay and I hope you're still smiling and enjoying the lovely weather we've been having. Thank you for your votes. This week the winning book was Commotion in the Ocean. So thank you for voting for that story. Get sitting nice and comfortably and then I'll make a start. So Commotion in the Ocean is the title of the book. There's a curious commotion at the bottom of the ocean. I think we ought to go and take a look. You'll find every sort of creature that lives beneath the sea swimming through the pages of this book. There are dolphins, whales and penguins. There are jellyfish and sharks. There's the turtle and the big white polar bear. But can you see behind the wrecks and in between the rocks? Let's see if we can find who's hiding in there. So let's just take a little look through the window. So we can see some angelfish and there's a swordfish there. Not sure if you can see it with the book being bent there. So there's a swordfish and there's a little turtle around here. And there's a treasure chest with our lobster inside. And we've got some starfish and crabs. So lots of different sea creatures in this story. So first we'll take a look at the crab. The crab likes walking sideways, and I think the reason why is to make himself look sneaky and pretend that he's a spy. We might also find some turtles on the sand. We crawl up the beach from the water to bury our eggs on dry land. We lay a whole batch, and then when they hatch, they scamper about in the sand. So the big turtles come up onto the sand, and they lay their eggs in the sand and then they bury them over, and then when they hatch the baby turtles scamper back into the sea again. So now we've got a dolphin. The wonderful thing about dolphins is hearing them try to speak, but it's not how do you do like I say to you, it's more of a click, whistle, squeak. So we've got the angelfish. Hope you can all see it okay. Hello, I'm the angelfish, darling, the prettiest thing in the sea. What a shame there are no other creatures as gorgeous and lovely as me. Now we've got a jellyfish. The jellyfish just loves to jiggle, which other fish think is quite dumb. She knows that it's not all that useful, but jiggling is very good fun. You think you can all give a jiggle just like the jellyfish does. Oh, we've got the big shark now. Look at those sharp teeth. I swim with a grin up to greet you. See how my jaws open wide. Why don't you come a bit closer? Please take a good look inside. Oh dear, they're trying to escape as quick as they can. They're saying, yikes, get away fast. Now we've got a swordfish. Can you see this bit on there? Look. I love to chase after small fishes. It stops me from getting too bored. And then when I start feeling hungry, I skewer a few on my sword. So this is the sword bit. Look, can you see how long it is? Now we've got the octopus. How many legs does an octopus have? See if you can tell your grown-ups. They have 8 legs. Having 8 arms can be useful. You may think it looks a bit funny, but it helps me to hold all of my children and tickle each one on the tummy. And we've got a stingray. They've got a really flat body. They like to stay close to the sand and the seabed. At the bottom of the ocean, the stingray flaps his wings, but don't you get too close to him, his tail really stings. So right on the end of his tail, he's got a sting. Here's the lobster. Never shake hands with a lobster. It isn't a wise thing to do. With a clippity-clap and a snippity-snap, he would snap all your fingers in two. Yeah, they're really sharp. Don't get too close to one of those. So deep in the sea, miles below the surface, where the water's dark and deep, live the most amazing creatures that you could ever meet. There are fish of all descriptions, of every shape and size. Some have giant pointy teeth and great big bulbous eyes. Some of them can walk around and balance on their fins, but the strangest fish of all have glowing whiskers on their chins. Oh, I bet you all know what this one is. The biggest sea creature of all, the big blue whale. There's no other beast on the planet as big as the giant blue whale. He measures a massive 100 feet long from his head to the tip of his tail. Oh, does anybody know what these are called underneath? Can you see them? They stick on the bottom of the whale. They're called barnacles. We're just a bunch of barnacles and all we do is cling. We know it's not that glamorous, but it's our favourite thing. Now we've got the walrus. Our bodies are covered with blubber and our tusks are incredibly long. We're grumpy and proud and we bellow out loud to show that we're mighty and strong. So blubber is like a really thick skin on the walrus. They've got big long tusks and they're very, very noisy. Now we've got some penguins. We waddle about on our icebergs, which makes our feet slither and slide. And when we get close to the water, we leap with a splash off the side. Some polar bears. Deep out in the Arctic, the mummy polar bear snuggles up with all her children as it's very cold out there. So they have nice thick white fur to keep them warm because they live where it's really, really cold in the Arctic. What a lot of sea creatures we have seen beneath the sea. What a lot of funny things they do. Some of them might lick their lips and eat you in one bite, and some might want to swim around with you. The dolphin's very friendly and the lobster's very fierce. But the shark is the most dangerous by far. Can you name the other friends we've made along the way? See if you can tell me who they are. I wonder if you can tell your grown-ups some of the other sea creatures that we've talked about in the story, and see if you can tell them which one is your favourite and why it's your favourite. I hope you enjoyed that story. So Commotion in the Ocean, thank you for listening and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.